Hi guys, welcome again to Learning Twi, the fun way we treat Junior Pro. As always, my name is Kwesi, and for today's lesson we have two people that needed something translated, and the very first person was Ezekiel. Ezekiel, thanks again for your continued support. So Ezekiel wanted to know what wopia actually means in Twi, right? And I think I responded saying that it depends on the context in which you actually say it. So imagine you're sleeping and you're having a nightmare and you're kicking and you're moving around and you're tossing around in your sleep, right? We can say the person only koraa, which means the person is restless in that context, right? Then you get a context in which you get young people coming up, they're in their teenage years, right? Where they think they know everything, right? Where you can't really control them. You can say only koraa or akwalaa no pre or ne ho pre, meaning that it's almost as if they're full of themselves, right? Then you have a context in which, right, let's say we're in a race and we're about to start and you're too eager, you're in a hurry to actually start the race. I can say, hey, I don't know who presa or who presa. You know what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, why are you in such a hurry? Again, depending on the context, could mean that somebody's in a hurry, somebody's having a restless night, or someone or a child or a person who thinks that they're all that full of themselves and they're basically pompous. I think that's the right word in English, right? I think so. Ezekiel, I hope you're happy with those translations. The next person that needed something translated was Daniel. Daniel, thanks again for continued support. And these are things that Daniel wanted to know. The very first thing was, you don't know what you're doing. Again, you don't know what you're doing. Now that in Twi can be said as Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Again, Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Again, Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Or you can say Wonnim deɛ, woreyɛ. So if you say Wonnim, what we're trying to say is you don't know. Nneɛ is a specific thing. Woreyɛ is what you're doing. So again, Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Or Wonnim deɛ, woreyɛ. Again, Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Or Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. And by the way, you can remove the part. You can just say Wonnim nneɛ, woreyɛ. Or Wonnim deɛ, woreyɛ. The next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, it's not that different. Again, it's not that different. And that in Twi can be said as Ɛnnyɛ soronko koraa. Again, Ɛnnyɛ soronko koraa. Ɛnnyɛ means it's not. Soronko is difference. Koraa is literally there's no difference. So again, Ɛnnyɛ soronko koraa. The koraa could actually emphasize the fact that it's not different. Again, Ɛnnyɛ soronko koraa. One last time. Ɛnnyɛ soronko koraa. The next thing Daniel wanted to know was, it's there something. Again, it's there something. Now that in Twi can be said as Biribi wɔ hɔ. Again, Biribi wɔ hɔ. Again, Biribi wɔ hɔ. One last time. Biribi wɔ hɔ. Biribi literally in this case will mean something. Biribi can also mean anything. So in this case, Biribi is something. Wɔ hɔ is something there. So again, Biribi wɔ hɔ, which is there something? The next thing Daniel wanted to know was fix it. Now fix it in Twi can be said in two ways, well, depending on the context, right? Now the first way one can actually say fix it in Twi is nneɛ. Again, nneɛ, which is do it well, which in this context could mean fix whatever you're doing or do whatever you're doing well, which could mean fix it. Again, nneɛ. The next way one can actually say fix it in Twi is yɛho biribi. Again, yɛho biribi, which literally translated is do something about it. Yɛho biribi. Again, yɛho biribi, which means do something about it. So basically in this context, I would say if something is broken and I'm trying to fix it and somebody goes yɛho biribi, what they're trying to say is do something about it to resolve or fix the issue or fix the problem, which in turn could mean fix it. The next thing that Daniel wanted to know was, why should I go? Again, why should I go? Now that in Twi can be said as Adɛn na menkɔ. Again, Adɛn na menkɔ. Slower. Adɛn na menkɔ. The next thing Daniel wanted to know was, you must push forward. Again, you must push forward. Now that in Twi can be said as Ɛwɔ Sɛ wopia kɔ w'anim. Again, Ɛwɔ Sɛ wopia kɔ w'anim. One last time. Ɛwɔ Sɛ wopia kɔ w'anim. So if somebody says Ɛwɔ Sɛ, what they're trying to say is you should. Pia is push. Kɔ w'anim is forward. So again, Ɛwɔ Sɛ, wopia Wonnim means you should push forward, or you have to push forward, or you're supposed to push forward. Again, Ɛwɔ Sɛ, wopia Wonnim. Now the next thing Daniel wanted to know was, I hate this problem. Again, I hate this problem. Now that in Twi can be said as, nneɛ asɛm no ho. Again, nneɛ asɛm no ho. Slower, nneɛ asɛm no ho. If you say nneɛ or nneɛ, what I'm trying to say is I'm not happy with. Asɛm is situation, a specific situation or news. No ho is that specific situation or news. So again, nneɛ asɛm no ho would mean I'm not pleased or I'm not happy with a problem or a certain situation. Again, nneɛ asɛm no ho. The last thing Daniel wanted to know was, I thought I told you to get it for me. Again, I thought I told you to get it for me. Now that in Twi can be said in relatively two ways. Now it also depends on the context. That's what I'm saying, it's in two ways, right? So the very first one can actually say, I thought I told you to get it for me in Twi is, na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ tɔ ma me. Again, na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ tɔ ma me. Or you can say, na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ tɔ ma me. So if you say na medwen sɛ, that in English would be I thought. Meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ is I told you to. Tomami is buy the thing for me. So in this context, you're basically saying, or you're basically trying to say, you thought you told the person to get it for you, in a sense that you thought you told the person to buy something specific for you. So again, na medwen say, which is I thought. Meka kyerɛɛ wo say, I told you. Tomami, which is buy it, whatever it is for me. So again, na medwen say, meka kyerɛɛ wo say, tomami, which could in turn in English mean, I thought I told you to get it for me, right? Now the second way that one can actually say this, depending on the context, which in this case would be easy, would be I thought I told you to get it for me, which is me asking you to literally grab something and bring it to me, would be na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ fa ma me. Again, na medwen sɛ, which is I thought, or you can actually say that again as na medwen sɛ, which also still means I thought. So na medwen sɛ or na medwen sɛ means I thought. Meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ, I told you to. Fa ma me is get it for me or take it for me, right? So again, na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ fa ma me. One last time. Na medwen sɛ meka kyerɛɛ wo sɛ fa ma me. Guys, that's it for this week's lesson. Ezekiel, Daniel, thanks again for your comments. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys got the gist of everything and I explained it in the sense that you guys actually understood it, right? Guys, as I usually say, thanks again for your continuous support. If you love the content of the channel, please let everyone who wants to learn Twi or find out about Twi come to this channel, and hopefully if they enjoy the content, they'll actually subscribe. And please guys, please keep on promoting and spreading the word so we get more views and more subscribers, right? Guys, again, if you love the content of the channel, please click on the like button, subscribe button, and bell button for future notifications. Guys, with lots of love from me, Chrissy. Bye.